School is a mockery for black people.
Tell them the video again so they know what we talking about.
All of My Lights video with Rihanna and Kanye. It's a little black girl living in a tenement building. She on her way to school. They symbolizing school being a mockery. She not finna learn nothing at that school. All these black females that went to school, what they learned? Nothing.
And then it tell you in Ecclesiastes, matter of fact, if you can grab it, Act 12, Ecclesiastes, I want to say 12, 13? Ecclesiastes 12, I think it's at the, I forgot where it's at, but Ecclesiastes 12, 13. And I was just going to add in on what you're saying, man. If y'all just tuned into the word, man, we really just talking about just education. 12. Ecclesiastes 12. Yeah.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 12, and it reads, "And further by these, my son, by admonishment," for y'all dummies who don't know what admonishment, basically a whooping, a rebuke, "of making many books, there is no end, and much study is weariness of the flesh."
Can you enlighten them on that?
Right. You got Steven Spielberg, right?
Okay.
He got that library full of books.
Okay.
Them books can be filled with lies. So you sit up and you go through all them books. How you know you learned the truth?
And niggas base that philosophy on what's being smart.
Right.
Because you read all these books and shit.
Right. Them books will bug you out. It says right here, the much study is weariness of the flesh. Dog, you get too much information. You have to process that information. You have to chew the meat and spit out the. Dog, that shit is overwhelming.
Yep.
Fantasy, fact, fiction, all that shit start to blend together.
Yep.
You don't know what the hell going on.
Yeah, it'll bug you out.
Stick with this.
That's it.
Master this.
Right, and that's all you need. That's the only knowledge you need. That's why I said the beginning of wisdom is the fear of the Lord.
Bro, if you go into the Central Library downtown, there's no way God intended you to dick around with that shit like that.
Right.
That shit ridiculous.
And then
They got motherfucking stairs up to the bookshelf and shit.
Right.
Be like, who, you know what I'm saying?
And then these people really dedicate their life reading all that shit.
But you gotta keep in
How you
mind,
remember?
y'all. This is Elvis.
He told you. You sitting yourself off when you do that.
This is Elvis philosophy that we've been indoctrinated on.
Yep. Sit up there and read all them goddamn books and become a retarded motherfucker. Because you're going to come retarded. You're going to be sitting up there like...
And guess what, bro?
Because you burnt a bunch of lies.
Right. Now look, I was gonna mention it earlier. I was Southern raised, Mississippi till I was like 7 or 8 when I came up here, right? And my granddad, he was still alive at the time, man. And he would come from the country and come get me and my brother, right? And he used to always ask us, like, what you learned in school? And I'm like, the typical whatever, It's my granddad. He don't know nothing about no school, you know what I mean? One day, bro, guess what he said to me?
What?
He said that, how many black heroes do they talk to you about in school? I'm like, ain't no black heroes. I didn't know there was no black heroes until I got older.
Do you
know what I'm saying?
Do you know how much that stunted your brain just from them doing that to you? Like, bro, we've been completely robbed of our lives. I'm just now understanding what life could have been for me. Because so many roadblocks have been put in front of me throughout my life. I didn't stand a chance. A black man never got a chance to live.
Right. And if you think about it, bro, now look.
And basketball players are not living. That's the biggest. That was one of the biggest scams they was able to get. That's a gift that destroyed their heart.
Yeah. And bro, the Lord took that from me. I was cold with that. I mean, even my family was so like, oh, he going to the league. And bro, I just had this conversation 2 weeks ago, and I thank the Lord. I was driving, and I thank the Lord that I didn't make it to the league. Because, dog, I probably wouldn't be alive.
Yeah.
And it's like, dog, because
He'd have been Magic Johnson.
Because guess what? My family always still be saying like, damn, dog, you don't never sit back and reminisce and be like, you ain't make it to the league. I'd be like, nah, dog, I'm doing exactly what I was supposed to. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. The second legion of rich Jews, the second legion run the basketball. Them ain't the rich ones. Yeah.
You know that, right?
The
ones who on the basketball teams, them like third tier motherfuckers.
Dude, knockoffs.
Them is like
just off the fact that people know who they is, you know.
Them is third tier knockoff motherfuckers having Jews having money. They having some money, but they knockoff motherfuckers.
Yeah. And bro, it's funny we having this conversation. Y'all gonna be in for a treat for today because think about it, bro. All this shit ties together, man. We middle-aged men. Ish has an advantage because
we speeding his knowledge up.
Yeah. So you got 25-year learning curve now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what you know now, Ish at 25 years old, it would have took you 50 to get it.
Right.
But you
at this age,
you got it.
He understand at this age, you look at signs and symbols and colors.
And guess what?
You know how to break down words.
Yep.
Your age of understanding signs and symbols, by the time you my age, anything they build, you're going to be like, I know what that means.
And not only that, you their worst nightmare right now. So you got to keep in mind, bro, now that we're at our age, right, and now we play back the blindfold they had on us.
A veil.
They had us like, imagine.
They used the black mother to veil the sun.
Yep, yeah. Could you imagine our dude, now that we know now, right? If we can just press rewind and go back to movie 6.
I'd have pulled the veil off at 6 years old.
Dog. We'd probably be dead with the knowledge we know now. We'd be dangerous,
Every time my mama let me go outside, I'd have been planting something. I'd have been like Lil Ratty. I'd have been planting pecan trees all over the place. I'd have learned how to do all that shit at 6 years old.
Yeah.
But guess what? The white man told our mama, take him to Toys R Us and buy him some toys.
Yeah. And guess what else, bro?
And let him play with them and fuck his imagination up. Toys fuck your imagination up.
Oh, yeah.
And not only that, dog, even when we was kids, man, the white man sat at the table and said...
That's why Santa Claus bring you toys.
Right.
They fuck you up.
Think about this, bro. They taught us, even being little, you either gonna do sports, or you gonna either do sports, or you gonna rap or sing.
That's the Deer District.
That's all you can do as a nigga. Anything else, we already got you. So when you look at the sports, right, we dominate basketball. It's one black owner. It just so happened to be the greatest basketball player ever.
He ain't an owner.
Exactly. Majority or whatever you want to call it. But my point is...
Look, that's how they try to make a nigga feel good. Oh, he's the majority owner.
Yeah, right.
Why I can't be 100% owner? Because you're a nigger. That's why.
Right. So you think about it, bro. What's the worst
That's
thing?
some of the most oppressive shit ever. You can't own the team.
The worst...
Fuck them!
Guess
Dog, that just pissed me the fuck off.
Think about it, bro. The beautiful thing Elvis loved to see is 10 niggas running up and down the court.
Yeah. That means power and control.
Think about that, Ish. 10 niggas is running up and down the court as slaves, and you got all these people, blacks, cheering them on. Dog, this is slave ship being laid right on display, and then they tell these niggas what they can say and can't say.
Yep.
And then they sign a contract to say you can't fuck with your own family,
Can't
you
go
can't
back
go
to
to
the
the hood, you can't do none of this. Then
you can't even get mad and vent.
Just to show you just how cold Esau is, and just how we was brainwashed as little bitty boys to be inferior to him up until now. How the fuck can you be a grown ass millionaire and these motherfuckers tell you best, not think about it, but you best to take this vaccine?
Dog, they treating Kyrie Irving.
They
treating Kyrie Irving like a criminal.
Yeah.
Right.
It's crazy you bring that up because you saw the video of Jordan.
Yeah.
With that little ass mustache. First of all, that's the first place he fucked up.
He's a clown.
But he bootied his face out. But then, I'm a strong believer in science, and I think everybody should just take the vaccine.
Dog, listen.
Dude, what the fuck?
We at the end, dog.
So
these people gotta be goofy.
Yeah, they talking about Kyrie owe it to his teammates.
Right.
That's crazy, ain't it?
Right. That's the narrative they push.
So everybody on the team blew a rod.
Dog, listen.
You
Say-
always see your teammate to do
It's
it.
my
too.
body, my choice. What happened to that?
Where that shit at?
What happened to my body, my choice?
Nah, that sounds slick. That's a nice. That's
You're-
a.
first
You know what?
of
That's
all-
a nice bar for a lyric.
This what these niggas don't understand. The vaccine was for Jake.
Yeah.
Strictly Jake. Strictly.
Everybody, all the white motherfuckers probably just getting some motherfucking grape juice shot in their
And
shit.
then look, bro. I be trying.
You know what I'm saying?
I be trying to roll with my guy. I be trying, but it's like they come to a point where it's like Stephen A. I be trying, bro. I be trying to run with you, my dude. But dog,
Hey.
you gotta tone it down.
Hey,
like,
check this out. What do you tell a person? You say, hey, dude, he's like, why you ain't vaccinated? Like, shit, I'm still alive.
Again, bro.
Killed him. Shit, I'm still alive.
Now what?
Think about
Vaccination
this,
supposed to keep me alive, right? I'm still alive. I'll get the vaccination after I die from it.
Hey, we gonna close it out, Akhenaten. The scripture.
Cause I don't need it. I'm cool. I'm alive.
We know Yahweh
It's just supposed to help us live.
is the best vaccination in the world, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if Ish, you can pull it, man. If you can Google it, you know the script. I might even know it. The scripture where don't fear what can kill the body, but can kill the body, mind and soul. I think it's Matthew. I don't know if it's Matthew 6:22. But we're gonna close out on that.
I got it. Ready?
Come.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 28, and it reads, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
That's the original coronavirus right there.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is the stand me. Anything other than that is bubble gum. But again, this all ties back to, look, when the white woman taught us,
Yeah.
K4,
Yeah.
all the way
All
through,
the way through.
it dummied us out.
It dummied us out. It bitched us out. It made us look at white women different than we. Okay, if a black boy looked at a white woman the correct way from the time he was a child, she'd never been a roadblock for him.
Oh, she would have been shits and giggles.
She never would have been a roadblock for him.
Yeah.
The fact that you was taught to respect white women, you played yourself.
Yeah.
You never supposed to respect no white bitch.
Yeah.
The fuck you respecting a white bitch for? She a servant to the fullest.
Right. Remember your boy Makai 5. What was that movie called? Obsessed or whatever it was? Over the white girl. The movie.
I didn't see it
He
though.
was in high school
Yeah.
and dog.
Othello.
Yeah, Othello. Yeah. That's a prime example of how the black boy was taught as a kid to worship the white one.
To worship her. Because once that teacher standing over you, see, this is what did it. When my teacher started teaching me about slavery, I was mad at her. And
Oh shit, she had balls.
Well,
They
she-
didn't teach
no,
that shit.
it was teaching slavery. So I was like, damn, I was in the 5th grade and I
Okay.
didn't like it. I didn't want her to teach that shit. I'm like, why you gotta teach this? This part of the curriculum. So I wanted to act a fool, but I was scared because my mama. I was supposed to have been able to act a fool against what she was doing.
Right,
Even
'cause
though I was only 11, I was supposed to have been able to get the green
Cause she
light
was
to
serving
show-
you bubble gum.
Right, because she was sending me off.
Out the
So
gate.
I supposed to been trying to save my life at 11 and do whatever I got, but you got a parent at home who say no.
Right. And guess what?
You got to sit there and learn that shit. And then that shit fuck your self-esteem up. So you end up hating yourself because you like, damn, I ain't worth shit.
Yeah.
And they like, no, you're not worth shit.
And you know
And
what?
so now you just an angry little black boy who sent off.
And guess what else crazy about that, bro? That I'm gonna chime in on. Now that I think about it, even when you see it, not even when my kids was coming up through school, when I would go up to the school, get them after school or whatever, or a parent-teacher conference, you notice something that I never saw with the nigga ass woman.
Mm.
She never ever asked, "What is this motherfucker learning here?"
They don't give a fuck. They just
Never.
Listen, I've been like I said.
Never.
I cut black women's sons' hair and I talk to them about their sons all the time. Guess what a black woman's concerned with her son? She don't want him to embarrass her because of how he look. She don't really if he's cutting up and he a cute kid with a nice haircut and some nice clothes, she'll give him a pass.
Facts. That's exactly how it go. They more concerned with is
How he look.
He creased out, starched out creases,
Yeah.
shoes.
Yeah.
But he ain't learning shit.
Here go their favorite line. Look how I dress him, and he want to go to school and act a fool. Let me stop you right there. That is one of the nigga woman statements that need to stop. Why is his emotions connected to his clothing?
He's already done.
So you think because you done dressed him up that he's supposed to go to school and forget that he got emotions
Yeah.
and he's oppressed. See,
Facts.
you don't have the feelings of a black boy at school. You have the feelings of a black girl. So when a black boy go to school and you done geared him up, that don't make him feel the way you think. He know he ain't nobody.
Facts.
Them clothes, the reason he clowning is because he want to be somebody.
Yeah.
But it's something inside of him that's telling him he's going to be ignored his whole life.
Right.
So he acting out because he don't want to be ignored his whole life because he know it. He know that the women in his family don't really care about him. Boys slick.
Facts.
Boys know things and just don't say things. They kind of like, wait a minute. If you a black boy and you grew up in the black community, you know that don't nobody really care about no black boy.
Facts.
You could be thrown away.
All day.
So who gets the attention from black women? Either you have to be extremely handsome.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah.
Or you have to be willing to just go in for them.
Yeah.
If you don't
Like
have those
this
two things, then they'll throw you away. They don't want you around.
Facts.
So basically, you have to be a workhorse for them. But where did they learn that? The Bible says she a workhorse for me.
Help me. She supposed to help me.
So how did we become the woman's helpmeet?
Again, Becky being at the helm.
We had a teacher. We had a white woman authority over us.
And that authority still reigns today.
And it
bro.
still reigns today. These white women, they still talk to us like they got authority over us.
No, I just went through this eternity.
I just got whooped by one.
And not only that, let me tell you this story before we close out. Bro, you know I be merchandising, right? Dog, I'm in Target, right? Dog, this Edomite bitch gotta have she did store. I didn't know she was a store director. Oh, in Oak Creek. 30 years old. Dog, she said, hey, it was some garbage that you left in the shopping cart. Make sure you put that in the thing. So guess what I said? I ain't know what the fuck she was talking about. So I just said, all right, no problem, cool. The very next week, bro, she did it again. I was like, okay, I see I'm gonna have to check this bitch because she got me fucked up, right? She did it again. So I was like, oh yeah, I took care of it, no big deal. The third week, she stopped me again. I'm already done. Check the shit out of her. She was like, hey, I told you, don't be leaving things. I said, ma'am, listen. I said, I don't have no problems with nobody in the store. I come in and do my thing. I get out of here. I said, you already told me once, I'm a grown-ass man. You don't have to keep talking to me like I'm a kid. I'm going to do my job, and that's what I'm going to do. Dog, do you know she called my boss and said I snapped on her? You know what that was, right? For the first time in her life, somebody that was supposed to bow down to her checked her ass, and she was threatened by that, and she turned around and flipped the whole thing.
Yep. Yeah.
That's the power in, like you said. See, I was supposed to be like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll make sure I never do it again.
All I said was, a buck is a nigger who don't listen to white people. And she said, shut the fuck up. You're going to listen to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, fuck you, you fat bitch. And then she said, fuck you, you nigger. I said, fuck you, you fat, ugly hoe. You ugly ass hoe bitch. Then she said, fuck you, faggot. Right there, we supposed to stop and say, well, we on the same team. I don't like faggots. Nigger, I'm cool with that. You can call me a nigger because I just call myself a nigger, so we good. But faggot, that's what I'm here for. So what you mad at?
Yeah.
You're a nigger talking.
Yeah.
And you said I can't tell you what to do. Yeah. That's what she was mad at.
But guess what, bro? Karen don't know. She turned into a nigga that day.
Yeah, she turned into a nigga.
You see what I'm saying?
She better hope.
How we look on top, Ish?
20.
20. Yeah, I'm gonna have your dad close this out, man. Once
That
we
was
took
Moan texting me talking about they took Dave Chappelle off.
Netflix.
I don't believe him though. I
Netflix
watched
said
it
they
last
wasn't
night.
taking that shit off.
He claimed it ain't up. I'm like, bro, I just watched it last night. Oh yeah, he talked about the space Jews.
Oh,
He
yeah.
he said, yeah, the space Jews. I know what he talking about. That whole, by the way, just for the record, shout out to Dave Chappelle. I know you came to the
Pfizer Farm.
Pfizer Forum.
For the-
Want to know why? Because that's Dave's chapel. That's the house of David.
He went
Oh.
he came
Harley
to
Davidson.
Farm.
Well,
Harley
Oh, he
Davidson.
came for the game.
He came-
Yeah,
for
that's
the
the
game.
house. That's the house of David. Pfizer Forum is the house of David. Why? Because his name is Dave Chapel.
Yeah, this shit's still on here.
Okay,
Yeah.
Moan don't know what you talking about. Okay,
Which one? You talking about college? You talking about Money Moan or
oh, Damone,
Big
Big
Damone?
Damone. Yeah.
Now
Money
look,
Moan
this
is smart.
Now look, this is a
Yeah,
college.
he's smart. He's
this
the smartest nigga I know out
this-
that's in the world, probably.
This the college nigga that just told y'all some asinine
Yeah.
shit. See that?
Yeah.
So carry on, bro. What
So-
you saying?
Pfizer Forum. What was I just saying?
Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah,
Dave Chapel.
Dave. Okay, Harley. There's 3 Harley Davidson dealerships in Milwaukee. You got Suburban Harley, Milwaukee Harley, and the House of Harley.
Okay. Suburban is Thingsville, or is that
Right.
the one on Silver
The
Spring?
one on Layton is called the House of Harley Davidson.
That's on 62nd
Right.
or 62nd, third.
The
I know-
house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that
The
one.
House of David.
That one kind of slick. Yeah.
The House of David. That's the House of David,
Con.
right? It's called the House of Harley, Harley Davidson. Now, Dave Chappelle, a church is called a chapel. His last name is Chapel. And King David's name is David. So, he came to Pfizer Forum for Game 6 as King David.
Con.
He the king of comedy. He's King David. And he came to his chapel,
Pfizer's Farm.
the Big Bible. But that's not his only chapel. He's the only comedy act
He's
to
at
ever.
Summerfest too.
He's the only comedy act to ever perform on the Marcus stage, but it's not the Marcus stage. A $11 million renovation. No, $52 million. $52 million renovation into the Marcus Amphitheater at Summerfest. The most expensive renovation ever done to Summerfest was done in 2017 to the Marcus Arena. Guess what they did to it? They took the dome off and flattened the roof. And then put the Summerfest logo on the top, gave it more space and storage and more light and more views.
Wow.
And then Dave Chappelle came there. Why? Because it's all symbolic of Milwaukee, the closer. This city big. This city is one of the biblical end time cities, I suspect. Too much, amen.
Con.
Call Halayim, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai Hashem, Ruach Kadash. Shalom. Yeah, Ishmael.
You can close this. Hey man, as you get ready to close this out,
Yeah.
listen, you are sincere brothers and sisters, man. Hey, y'all stay alert, man. You sincere Akims out there, hey man, stay pushing. You sincere sisters out there, stay pushing. We at the end of this thing, man, and hey, whatever you do, man, keep Yahweh first. It was only begotten Son first with everything you do, and stay prayed up, man. Shalom.
Oh yeah, and one last thing. One of the most painful things for me to see at the age that I am now is black kids marching into an elementary school, wasting time fucking with that goofy ass shit.
Facts, bro. Facts.
Dude, it's not working, but we keep doing it.
Yeah.
Shalom.
Shalom, man. That's